Question: who just lost a ton of money, is getting killed in the press, and doesn't have a leg to stand on? And Mike Vick, because this week, Ron Mexico got sentenced to 23 months inside the cement huddle. Don't get shanked on three, break! Personally, I think this is a blatant double standard. A black man who abuses dogs gets the whole, but a white man who does the same doesn't? Look, what Vick did was horrific, but Seven handled it in the American way, admitting to everything, after he got caught. Who out there hasn't gone the flowers route to make up after the fact? Said Vick's attorney, never has someone fallen so hard, so fast, and so far. True. But Jake Brown did give it a hell of a try. In the showcase game this week, Pats 34, the Berg 13, in a game the Elephant Man's head thought was lopsided. I'm not saying the Pats are predictably boring, but this game reminded me of that Harry Potter movie. I knew who the hero was, the evil guy wasn't a reach, and after 3 hours it just ended. Brady was ridiculous though. 4 TDs, 0 picks. He sure proved Bridget Moynihan right. Tom never does throw into coverage. The Pats are now a perfect 13, which is ironically Michael Jackson's favorite chat room. What's the only thing worse than nude pictures of a hot girl with a fake rack? Fake pictures of a girl who I bet has a hot rack nude. Tigers with Mrs. Woods won a settlement this week from an Irish rag that published an abusive article about her, including a fake nude picture. That is horrible, Elin. Take off your shirt and tell me all about it. Remember at last year's Ryder Cup, some U.S. golfers' wives were called filth, and this story about nude pics on the web was floated. And that's just not true. Trust me, because I looked hard. The story also insulted other players' wives, but they didn't sue, because once they saw Tiger was involved, they knew they had no chance of winning. Kind of like on tour. Bad news. Looks like Lute Olson is splitting from his second wife. She'll get the house, the car, and some cash, and he'll get the band co-eds guilt-free, so fair trade. Cue the Spike and Cialis sales. Lute is a legend at Zona. For over 2 decades, he's been a winner in college hoops. And you know the old saying, it's always harder to stay on top than to get on top. At least that's what Pavarotti's girlfriend used to tell me. Personally, I'm stoked he's coming back. Because what would Tucson be without another over-tanned, over-the-hill gray hair? Oh yeah, Scottsdale. Barry was arraigned in Frisco this week on charges of perjury, obstruction of justice, and affecting the tides with his melon. Seriously, 25. Bobbleheads aren't supposed to be to scale. My question is, why is the government wasting time on BB when there are real criminals out there like drug users or liars? Wait. Said Bonds, I will be vindicated because I am innocent. As innocent as OJ, Blake, Spectre, or Natalie Portman, the professional. Honestly, who didn't think she'd turn out to be a hottie? With the charges, Bonds can be looking at real prison time. Lucky for him, he's used to seeing balls go by his head, and that'll come in handy.